Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Just wanted to share my home fragrance empties today. This is from about the last, I'd say 9 days. Anyway, I'll have that in the title. You've already seen that of how many days worth of melting. I don't have a ton here. I don't have any candles. However, I do have a Mrs. Meyer's peppermint candle going right over there. It's pretty, can't really, it's not very fragranced. I am getting over being sick, so maybe that's it. But I was watching some of the Hallmark Christmas movies today, and I just was in the mood for something sort of festive to be burning. So, enough of that. Let us jump right in to what I have been melting. So the first one is from Wolfwix. This is Mr. Wolf, and this is a mahogany and coconut blend. Very, very light. I don't typically get good throw from Wolfwix, so it would not be a vendor that I would purchase from again. I did have that going in a tea light warmer, hoping that for some reason I might be able to smell it. I had to kind of be hovering over it, and when I was hovering over it, all I could really get was like a nice light coconut scent. So that is that. From the Bathing Garden, I melted Tea with the Queen of Hearts. This is fantastic. This is, I think like red, I'm going to pronounce it, red rubies. Sorry, my son was at the door and that caused the dog to go ballistic. So anyway, this Tea with the Queen of Hearts from the Bathing Garden, it is a red, is it Rubios type of tea? I think it's definitely a tea blend. This is really, really good. I love this. I have more of it. I don't know if it has like rose in it as well. It's just a really pretty scent, and I enjoyed melting this in my bedroom. This was really, really good. Looking forward to melting more of that. Sticking with bags, right? We have from Rose Girls Pumpkin Chai Carbs. If you have not tried Jenny's Carbs, oh my gosh, you need to go get yourself some, a bag of her mini melters and carbs. Carbs is like everything that you would smell going into a bakery. So like breads, cupcakes, cakes, pastries, everything, cookies, yum, yum, yum. So good. So this was pumpkin chai mixed with all of that deliciousness. You got the spiciness that you normally get in like a chai tea, and then like a creamy pumpkin note. This was really great. I had thought that the scent had kind of gone away in my house, and I went out to get my mail, and when I came back in, my house still smelled so delicious. So that was a wonderful. Lasted a really long time. Totally enjoyed it. From Vintage Chic Scents, I melted White Witch. This was, I think, a big leaf or something. This was poured in August of 2018. So this was over a year old, and this was Fresh Rain, Bonfire, and Crunchy Leaves. So this was nice. You got that clean scent from the Fresh Rain, and then the outdoorsiness from the Bonfire and the Crunchy Leaves. Again, Vintage Chic Scents. Strong for about an hour and a half in my house, and then it just goes from like strong to a very, very, very like mild scent. I did have going in other warmers, some other like Bonfire scents from other vendors, so it was good. I just wish that it lasted longer and was stronger. But really, really pretty scents on cold. From Rose Girls, I finished up a mini melter bag in spearmint. Said this so many times. Her spearmint and peppermint are hands down my absolute favorite. They're strong. They're so authentic. It's not mixed with anything. It's not going to be like a spearmint with little drops of coconut or anything. It's just straight up spearmint. And this is sometimes all that you just need to melt. Just some spearmint in your life. This is so good. Oh, it's delicious. My youngest son also loves this too, so this gets melted a lot in his bedroom. It's just a great scent, and this is the last of it. So when I order again from Rose Girls, I'll be definitely adding more of that to my order. More from Rose Girls. I have Love Spell and Lemon Sugar. Love me some Love Spell. This is just a fantastic, Victoria's Secret dupe. And then mixed with the lemon sugar, just kind of gave an already like sweet, feminine scent of Love Spell, a little bit more sweetness to it. So this was really wonderful. Enjoyed this, melted this in my bedroom. Strong. I think there were 2 good-sized cubes in here. So 1 cube in my bedroom. I have a Scentsy Element warmer that I don't turn off. So 1 cube, a good 48 hours, and then melted something, over the next couple days, and then went back and melted it again for 2 more like full days and nights, because I don't shut that off. Rose Girls Octobers. This was in her, oh my goodness, Chunk Muffin. Yes, that's what it's called. I have 1 more of these Octobers. I'm not sure of the exact scent notes, but it definitely has lavender in it, like an herbal lavender. I know that this is like a fan favorite. So I'm really glad that I melted this. I cut her muffin into 4 pieces and had this going all throughout my downstairs at nighttime. Just like a nice, cozy, relaxing scent, long lasting. And I'll make sure that when I melt the other ones that I have the scent descriptions for that. But I know that this has, like, people love October. So I'm sure if you have melted anything from Rose Girls, you've probably already tried October's. From Savannah Blue, I melted pistachio marshmallow macaron. This was very, very light. I'm sure that this is my fault. I kind of held on to it for a long time. So I should have melted this sooner. This was poured in February of 2018. I think it just kind of got lost in the shuffle of things because it was just 1 piece. It was probably under something, or I don't know, but believe it or not, I smelled more of the marshmallow than I did the pistachio, which was really surprising. So totally, this was my fault on why I didn't get scent. Another one from Vintage Chic Scents was the Bourbon Orleans Hotel. This was poured in August of 2018, so over a year old again. And this is described as Cider Lane, Pumpkin Cheesecake, Marshmallow Birthday Cake, and Vanilla Bean Noel. Definitely on cold, the strongest scent that you get is for Cider Lane, which I love. Cider Lane, not a scent that I could do, every single day of fall, but I definitely enjoy it. Again, had this going in various warmers in my downstairs living space, and for about an hour and a half, strong, and then it just goes right down from like strong to almost non-existing scent, which is sad because fantastic scent on cold. I just and it's just, I think at this point I'm getting too many misses than I am hits with Vintage Chic Scents. So just does not want to perform in my house. Last bag is from Rose Girls. Apple Puff Pumpkin Pie. This was delicious. This was like 2 chunks. I think that this came in the Halloween sampler. This was really good. This was a spiced apple, but not like a cinnamon spice, like more of a array of spices, I want to say, and kind of a hot, like simmering apple I didn't really get much pumpkin, but I think the pumpkin just kind of like complemented the apple. The apple was definitely like the lead in this scent. Really, really enjoyable. Just made my house smell like fall, and I really enjoyed that. From Candles from the Keeping Room, I melted a cardamom spice rum cake. This was from 2018, and this was sent as, I think, either an extra in a D-stash or as friend mail. This was really enjoyable. So cardamom, if you're not aware, obviously it's a spice, and it has like a strong sweet, like often like a pungent type of flavor to it. Like if you were to eat it, it's a spice that's like more common in like Middle Eastern dishes and stuff. I kind of put it in the same category as cinnamon. It can give off like the flavor, like if you were eating it, the flavor of like a lemon and like a mint type of taste to it or smell if you're cooking with it. I know that it's in a lot of like Indian dishes. This was just a really nice, different type of spiced scent. You know, I think we're so used to smelling things that are very clove dominant and cinnamon dominant. This was just different. It was really nice. I don't know if I necessarily got rum cake, or with the rum kind of like, and with that cardamom, but really enjoyable. I have yet to order from Candles from the Keeping Room. I will get there one of these days, but that was a very, very enjoyable. Okay, moving on to a couple clams I melted from Better Homes and Gardens. This was Marshmallow Candy Cane. Ramona sent this to me, gosh, a year or more. She sent me several clams of this. I couldn't find it anymore in my Walmart. And it is sweet spearmint and peppermint with like a marshmallow fluff, vanilla cream, crystallized sugar. It's good. It is definitely not like a candy cane, like a true peppermint candy cane, because you have that marshmallow in there that kind of creams it out. But definitely enjoyable. Really, really like this. And if I see it at Walmart, I will pick it up. Another one from Better Homes and Gardens is the Smoked Caramel Fireside. This one I don't love and I don't dislike. It's kind of like in the middle. This is the second clamshell of this that I have gone through. And it's a smoked caramel fireside. So to me, I thought I would get more of that outdoorsy kind of bonfire, fireplace type of smell, but it was definitely heavier on the sweetness, which I'm sure comes from the caramel. I don't know. There's so many vendors that do that bonfire, that smoky, that fireplace scent that is just heavenly. That I would probably pass on this if I saw it, unless I couldn't get my hands on like a fireside type of scent from a vendor. But it is described as pink peppercorn, bergamot, clove buds, caramel swirled with hints of black leather and aged oak. So you get that smokiness, that woodsy smokiness from the aged oak. I don't get leather, which I'm totally fine with because I do not like the scent of leather in wax. Okay, a couple more from good old Walmart. From Sensationals, I have Sugar Pumpkin Cronuts, Flaky All Butter Pastry. I love this. It definitely, there are some clamshells that I feel are so strong on, with this smelling like red hot cinnamon. This was one of them. However, when I melt it, I do not get that. I think that buttery pastriness kind of turns the cinnamon into a bakery cinnamon as opposed to a red hot cinnamon. But I absolutely love this. This, I will use up a whole cube all over the downstairs living space, and I love how this makes my house smell. It is so delicious. I'm hoping this isn't my last one. I think I may have one more. You have to try it. Better Homes and Gardens Vanilla Cookie Crunch. This was the big value pack Mama Jamma of this. This took me a long time to go through. I just don't find myself reaching for this. I will put this in if I have a flavored coffee. I'm not a huge fan of flavored coffee in wax. I prefer just like a black coffee, an espresso, something like that. So I will put this in to kind of tone it down. Again, if you are somebody that thinks that this is heavy on red hot cinnamon, because everybody's nose is different, this would be something good to put in as well to kind of bring out more of the bakery and tone down the cinnamon. But really, good. This is something good to have on hand. It's not something that I feel like I need to have in my collection. Like now that I used it up, I don't need to run out and get it. I'm not that, it's It's a bakery. Vendors do it so much better, but I guess in a pinch, if you needed something. From Scentsy, I went through 2 clams of sugar. My kids love the scent. It is really nice. It is lemon. Is it lemon sugar or crystallized lemon drops maybe, and cotton candy. It's just a really pretty, like comforting scent. They love it. I've said it before. My sister-in-law wears a perfume that resembles this, and she, lives on the East Coast. We're out here. This just kind of like reminds them of her, which I think is like really sweet. So I'll melt that in their bedrooms. I've also melted it in my classrooms, and nobody ever complains. I've never melted that and somebody tell me like, oh my God, what is that? It smells gross. Like sugar, I just think I always say this, it's like a non-offending scent. So yeah, so that is everything that I have managed to melt through. Like I said, not a lot. I feel like I've been pulling things from like bigger quantity. So in that case, you won't see those empties for a long time. I am still, melting a lot of like fall inspired scents. But need to change it up a little bit, so I don't burn myself out. I do love apple scents. I love pumpkin scents. I love all that smoky goodness scents, but I don't want to get burned out, so I will throw in some sugar here and there, or jelly donuts or something that's not really associated with fall. So that's everything that I have. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.